Well, you may think fracking, a fairly new technique used to extract both oil and gas from the ground, is of no consequence to us. But in reality, a lot of fracking is happening in northeastern Ohio. In this morning's U.S. Bank Economic 360, U.S. Bank senior equity strategist Jim Russell is here to talk about the economic impact of fracking in Ohio and across the country. Jim, good to have you with us.
Good morning, Brian.
So what is fracking about and where is it occurring?
What fracking is a technique to extract oil and gas from the ground using a technique that injects water, sand, and fracking fluid into the ground and extracts very hard to reach natural gas and oil from shale formations and other rock formations. We wouldn't be able to get to the gas otherwise. Now, I will tell you, there's lots of fracking beds throughout the United States. And what we see here in just a second is really a map of where that gas is. You can see in North Dakota, there's a considerable amount of activity going on around fracking extraction. You can see it in Texas, and as you'd mentioned, Brian, in northeastern Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia. Now, this is big business. The unemployment rate in North Dakota is 3.2%, in large part because of fracking. Nationally, the unemployment rate is 7.6%. So good stuff.
I'm assuming the word fracking comes from fracture? They're fracturing the rock?
Hydraulic fracturing, correct.
Okay, so you say northeast Ohio. Are we going to see any more of this in other parts of the state?
We are seeing some very aggressive type of projections. If fracking is to continue in northeastern Ohio, the economic impact in Ohio is going to be very notable. You can see the economic impact really ramping from $4.1 billion this year to $35.2 in the year 2035. That is more than a compounded annual rate of 10%, which is very rapid. There's also tax revenue implications here as well. What you're going to see is also a compounded rate of growth that is also in excess of 10% over this 22 or 23 year time frame, going from a $911 million to $8.45 billion. So this means jobs, it means economic impact, it means tax revenue.
Yeah, we should mention there are environmental concerns, and this could be one of the areas that could slow down this process.
No question. In fact, the state of New York prohibits fracking from occurring in the state right now. I think there's more discussion on that important topic.
What about the global ramifications of this? And is this a good thing that there are global ramifications?
And there are. And right now in the United States, we import about 20% of our annual energy needs every year. Now, by the year 2017, so just a few years out, call it 4 years out, if fracking is instituted, as we think it probably will be, the United States will become the largest producer of oil, bypassing Saudi Arabia. With the help of fracking, by the year 2022, the United States will become a net exporter of natural gas, meaning we export more than we import. By the year 2030, we'll become a net exporter of oil. So all of this plays into energy independence. I think that smart heads need to get around the table, the environmental folks, the academics, the industry people, and really formulate some good thoughts around how we can do this the right way.
A very interesting development, and I appreciate you bringing us up to date. I know you'll keep us up to date.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jim. We appreciate you and U.S. Bank.